If I could be honest, I was so demonic. Brings tears to my eyes, time to them reminded. No rewinding, I already been tried to stand in my ground until I am buried inside it. I was very deprived, I was barely a child. All these various houses, father barely around. You could call it cope. Mama told me that when her water broke, she was getting high. Probably why when all the smoke falling hopeless. Had me feeling like all the walls are closing. All the dope in these potent bars need a smaller dosage. Raw emotion will not be coating like body lotion. Polygraph is saying they got me capping like Mari Povich. Forget we met, mentally press, reset. You test me, get supper, you step, see crest. The death reject, never just sweat, regret. Better invest, bet in my best, it didn't get seen yet. Beat us, getting high with my feet up. You inside when the heat up, I've been the coldest. You alive, you bogus. Going hard when it's hopeless, down since a child. Now I'm loud and I'm wild. You pronouns in your bio, plan for the right thing. Withstand what the fight bring. With a handful of lightning, how can they be?
It's gonna get weird. Yeah, so just prepare yourself. It's gonna get really fucking weird.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
What's going on? Oh.
Oh, what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Hopefully you all are having a good time today, enjoying your weekend like you should be. This is just how it is. Life should be enjoyed, especially on the weekend. Very excited to be here today to be talking with you guys, with a good buddy of mine. Not only a good buddy of mine, but somebody who has a staple, I would say, in music, and is we're going to talk about it. It's got some stuff coming up, and I'm going to let them share that with you. But before we do that, the music you guys heard at the beginning of the stream, I just dropped a reaction for Flawdzilla's Handful of Lightning. If you guys want to go check that out on the React Attack channel, do me a favor, go check that out. There'll be a link somewhere on the playback of this, so if you're watching a replay or something, you'll be able to click that link and watch it. Go check out that reaction, and we are going to do a live reaction today. And I think without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and let's see. We're going to play a clip as we introduce our boy here, and then yeah, we're just going to roll into it because I'm very excited to hear about this man's whole career, from where it started to where it is now and where it's going. Let me introduce our boy. 1 second. Here's a clip. Then we'll have him here. Let's go. Oh, we got our boy Snow Dub in the house. What up, Snow Dub?
I made it.
You made it, man. We're here. We're talking with you. The dub of the Snow Dub himself, man. The puppet master. What would be a good term? How would I put this? The man who put the fun in funk.
Oh yeah. Or try to bring the funk back. Yeah.
Resurrect the funk.
Right.
Resurrect the funk. Well, man, mostly it is just good to have you here, man. It's an absolute honor to call you a friend.
Good to be here.
I'm excited to learn more about where your music and your art comes from, because obviously, like, we've had some good artists on here already discussing their music, but you have an interesting backstory because I feel like you kind of fit in a place where, like, of your own, really, honestly. Like, it's kind of your own little thing going on, and I don't think people know about it like they should. So let's just start, man. Music, obviously. How big is music in your life? Tell me a little bit about, like, where it comes from, all that good shit.
Oh, music has been detrimental to my life. It's it's one of them. It's one of those things that, growing up on, being around, we all have our favorite types of music, And for me personally, I would always incorporate good times with music. So like anytime, my family was getting along, or anytime I was at a really good party, I would always remember the music that was playing at the time. So it's part of your soul, man. Like especially people that really love it and really enjoy not only listening but creating it as well. So yeah, love music, man. It's been there for me along in a lot of hard times. Put it that way.
Yeah, well, no, 100%, man. Same here, dude. Even to this day, to this like really to this hour, I find that music is a constant force of healing in my life. And I always stumble across stuff that seems to help me in the right times, and that's just I think the magic of music. Music. And your style's a little bit different, man, and than I think most rappers or most artists. You kind of bring a classic. You bring this classic thing to a modern twist, and I like that,
Think
man.
about
It's
that.
different. Yeah, no,
Thank you.
yeah, it's different. Real quick, Sunday Hangs are back finally. Sup, gents? What's going on? Solo Assassins, it's good to see you. How you doing? Of course, we got Taylor in the house. Taylor, Hail Ords, and Hail Snow Dub. Well, hail
Hey,
you, my
Taylor.
friend.
Hey, Soul Assassin.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
Dude. Music can turn a
Um,
shitty day into a good one. I completely agree, Soul.
So yeah, for a minute there, I did think we were doing the podcast again. So when I was watching the intros, I was like, "Oh wait, which show are we on?" Oh, that's right. But watch Darth News show up all of a sudden. But no, man, music's important, and for me personally, like my father had a record player and some pretty big speakers, and he hosted a lot of parties. Sometimes they wouldn't go well. Sometimes cops would show up, but most of them were fine. And on the special nights when he was feeling himself and had a good, 6 pack or more in him, he'd even let me pick out an album, right? So I'd run over to his chest and open it up, and most of it was blues, Rolling Stones, Creedence Clearwater, stuff like that. But he had some more modern stuff for the time, and this is the '80s.
Right,
So
right.
one of the albums that I would pull out a lot would be Kool and the Gang. He had that album with Ladies Night, so that would be one of the ones I would go to. Thelma Houston was another one, if you know who that is. She was part of that last few artists that was still popular in disco as it was kind of dying out and going into the '80s. And then Pointer Sisters was another one I would pull out a lot. But of course, I had my personal favorites at that time, which was Michael Jackson. Of course, I was huge into him. I was only 5 when Thriller came out, so you can imagine
Oh yeah,
the craziness of that.
Yeah.
And then I would say Weird Al Yankovic had a lot of influence on me as a kid as well.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
Let's dive into that a little bit more. What I mean, because obviously, when you're naming these bands off, I can hear where the influence comes from.
Mhm.
The funk disco era, which kind of like free spirited era of music. We're experimenting. We're trying different things. We're just being cool, as the cats would say. Tell me where Weird Al fits into this, because
That's the thing. I love humor, and obviously, if you watch my channel, we try to
Right.
bring you, someone, a comedy type show,
right.
and I've always been pretty good with quick wit and punchlines, and
Oh, yeah.
growing up, me and a certain cousin were the two real sarcastic, kids of the family, and I looked up to her and how fast and how witty she was, and picked up on it right away. My father was really witty, so it's in the family type of thing, and as time progressed, I realized I had a knack for making people laugh, and hitting all the right buttons at the right time, and
Oh yeah.
so I incorporated that into my shows. But um, Weird Al was another comedy thing. It was not so much for his music, but for the laughs of the lyrics. And this is a great. I'm glad you brought this up, because when I do my music, every song I try to make you laugh. Like I try to put punchlines and metaphors in there, where when you listen to it and you hear it and you think about it in your head, and if it makes you laugh, like, oh, that was kind of clever or funny. And I'm not saying like belly roll, but just
Right. Yeah. Because I think for belly rolls, it's like the whole song is setting up
right,
that moment. Yeah.
yeah, it's something totally different.
Where this is just you're adding your little bit of like the magic and the art, basically.
Sure, yeah, there's always a punchline in there somewhere, some of the songs have several, where I really go off. Others not so much, I don't do it as much. I stay more to the topic of the song or whatever, but it's there. It's always there, and that's where the Weird Al influence comes from, like, and yeah, I don't know. I loved them as a kid. I grew out of them though as time went on.
I
As I
mean,
got into
every
my
now and then you gotta like put that shit on and rock it. I mean,
oh, sure, yeah. I still
mean,
got my old favorites. Yeah,
because that was like kind of something where like honestly, I think like that whole like form of music, like the parody, um, helped me actually become a better songwriter. The
yeah,
ability to change lyrics in a song to something that is either funny or makes sense in a different way. This way you see a lot of the remixes, or a lot of rappers will take other beats and add their own thing to it, and that sort of thing. So, yeah, no, I think there's a huge. I think that plays a huge part in music, man, because a lot of people do that. I know a lot of people make up their own lyrics and songs and stuff like that. And yeah, and I think that,
yeah. I've
again,
never been a ghostwriter type of guy. I've always written all my own lyrics. Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I've never had anybody write lyrics for me either. But that's maybe because I don't have the money to pay people to do that. Who knows?
I've had help from my producer, like maybe figuring out the chorus, but the lyrics, the verses are always me.
Oh
Now
yeah.
I've brought verses to my producer where he's heard them and he's like, do it again, and I'll be like, oh, okay, you're not feeling that one, so I'll go rework the verse. And
Well,
that's
I
happened to
found a
me a
lot
couple
of times
times.
with myself, dude. I'll write a verse, like I'll get a verse down or have an idea in my head how it's gonna sound. Even though I have the music in my head, I'm like, all right, the
Right.
beat is like okay, so I can write around that beat, and then I go to do it, and it doesn't, and I'm like, well, this makes no sense. But I will take those same lyrics and somehow make them fit into uh that part, whether I change a lyric here or add an emphasis here or something like that. And um yeah, I actually like that because I think it does make me become a better writer. It makes me have to think about how I'm going to arrange those words to make it fit and flow right.
Yep, exactly. And I also have a background of poetry, and I used to write poems a lot. Not so much poetry as in like all sentimental and loving type poems and stuff. It was more Allan Poe type stuff. It was more had a dark twist, and a lot of it had a rap type of flow to it as well. Before I really was even doing it, but I think my first real memory of making a song that like people related to was about my bus driver. I made up a kind of a nursery rhyme about our bus driver,
Nice.
and I had the whole bus singing it at one point. She hated me for it, of course, and
Ah,
yeah, it was all making fun of her.
but
But
that's art, pushing the envelope, pissing people off, man. That's art.
right. But that was probably my first little. Oh, there's a moment, in where it's like I think I can do this. And then of course I went into theater. I was in drama, and I always had kind of a knack for like creative writing, and later in high school. So the writing part was always there. I've written short stories. I was pretty good at spelling. English came easy to me. So, and I've always tried to be articulate with a
Right.
lot of my stuff. And that was always my thing in my head, where I was like, I got to write rhymes that make me sound intelligent. I don't want to sound like a dumbass. That was a big deal for me when I do my music.
No, definitely. And I think as an artist, you kind of understand too, like if it sounds good or if it doesn't, if it makes sense or if it doesn't. Like
Right. Yeah.
and I think that could have something to do with just listening to music over the years, and kind of formulating your own idea of what it is in your head. Because I mean, I don't know, do you have like any kind of music theory in your background, or is it just like you just feel it and make it work?
As in like training or something? What do you
Yeah.
mean by?
Any kind of like have you any classes on music theory or anything like that?
No, no, uh, no. I love hip hop. So, as I got in my teen years, I went from, Weird Al, Michael Jackson into, literally started transitioning into Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or well, back then he was Will Smith, but he was called the
Yeah.
Fresh Prince, and DJ Jazzy Jeff. Parents Just Don't Understand was a big song at that time. This is before Summer Jam. This is when he first started getting known.
Right.
And I played his album a lot. I remember I loved that album. That was kind of my first getting into rap. Then, of course, Vanilla Ice came out with his big pop. MC Hammer came out with his big pop. So the culture was changing. And then I discovered NWA. A buddy of mine showed me Eazy-E, NWA, and Two Live Crew. And when I got introduced to those about 14, 15, my whole world changed. I was hearing stuff that I wasn't supposed to hear type of shit. And that was very tantalizing. And I remember I got caught by my religious uncle at a Thanksgiving meal showing NWA to my cousins, and oh boy, I got in big trouble that night. And so I knew I was taboo right away. But I fell in love with Eazy-E, Too Short, and just became big fans. And so there's a lot of that influence as well.
Hell yeah. Spartan Flash Center says hail Ords, Dub, and Snowboard.
Hail Spartan!
You should do a song called Snowboard. Just saying. And then you can shout me out.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate all the love in the chat. Yo, what's up, Rugo? How you doing? Hail to you, my friend. Hello, Phil. General Kenobi. Who's General Kenobi? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, check it out. Parrot Head's here too. Yeah, Snow Dub in the house.
Parrot
yeah,
Head.
Man. So that's just, I find that super interesting with the whole Weird Al thing. But I think that's actually really, really cool and super unique. So
it had a lot of influences, a lot of different places. But yeah, but as a kid, pre-teen or whatever, it was all, my real love was Michael. Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
he couldn't make anything that I wouldn't listen to. Back then.
Two great brothers right here talking music. Make sure you sub to both these crazy guys. We'll appreciate the shit out of you, Loki. Appreciate the shit out of you, fam. Hell yeah. Glad you're here, brother. All right. Okay. So you grow up, you discover NWA, and then get me to the point where you're like, I want to fucking throw down some tracks. What happens between NWA and I'm in the studio?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it wasn't that quickly and that easily. Oh, so there was failures before I even got into a real studio. But I'd have to say it didn't really spark for me. I was kind of a late bloomer. According to most people, a lot of people start rapping usually in their teens, early teens.
Right.
I can't officially say I started doing it till I was about 19, almost 20. And the reason being was I loved listening to it. I loved singing along to it, but I was into drawing at the time, art, doing a lot of art. So that was like my niche, whatever you call it. And
it's something.
It just never really dawned on me to rap. And so what happened was, hanging out with the crew, listening to some, our latest music. A buddy of mine's brother came over from Seattle, and or Tacoma, I think is where he lived actually. But he rapped, and he was telling us all these stories about these freestyle rap concerts he was doing, like these house parties where they were grabbing the mic and just going off, spitting flows, and we were just like, oh yeah, that's cool. And of course he did it for us. Like we had instrumentals back then and this is, what is this, 97, 98, 99, that time period. So you had instrumentals on our CDs. You buy single songs, and it'd have the instrumental with it, and we'd pop in these instrumentals because we had tons of them. We had big folders full of CDs back then, right? This before MP3 shit.
Hell yeah.
And we popped those in, and he just bust this flow, and we just like, damn, that was dope. And me and my buddy, the brother of him, he went back home. And we were just like, man, that was so cool. And he's like, yeah, you should listen to his pager rap. This is going to age me, guys. He had a pager rap, right? I was like, oh, really? I was like, all right, let's call his pager. So we call his pager. He had this rap on there that was dope as fuck. And we're like, oh, that's so cool. And so me and my buddy had a pager. So me and him decided to do a pager rap and on his, and that was like my first official rap. And all of a sudden all our friends kept calling the damn thing over and over again to hear it. Like, oh man, I want to hear it again. I want to hear it again.
So the
So his
pager's just going off.
pager's just blowing up just for people to listen to the stupid rap, right? And it wasn't, I think back, it wasn't that really that good, but it was funny. And so from there, I'd say we kind of started practicing, started getting better and better at it. I started first, then my other buddies started kind of jumping in. A couple of them got decent. One of them ended up on a couple of my songs from the original crew,
Hell
Cole. And yeah, man, like our thing was to. This is back when we were just trying to find our way. I had dropped out of college, didn't know what I was going to do, if I was going to go back to school or just work. Started painting. And for fun, we just mob around at night, smoke weed, go park somewhere like up in the apple orchard because I lived in Eastern Washington at the time. We park off in these apple orchards, kind of out of the way,
Yeah.
pop in some instrumentals, and take turns in the car while smoking weed, just busting, freestyle. And we got better and better and better. And as time progressed, we started doing house parties after that. And it got to a point where like people were specifically asking me when I showed up at the house party, like, yo, Snow, when are you going to rap? When are you going to rap? And back then I was called Snowman. Like, Snowman, when are you going to rap? When are you going to rap? And I'd be like, oh man, I sure, whenever, put in a mic, let's go, and next thing you know, I'm rocking house parties. And I mean, there's a couple of them where there was 100 people plus,
Nice,
cars lined
Badass
up down the
underground
street.
shows and shit.
Yeah, like we had crowd surfing in the living room and shit like that, like
That's what's
keg
up.
stands going off, and
Hell yeah.
you could barely walk sideways. I mean,
Back
I
when
lived
you
in a
could
small
do that sort of thing.
we lived in a small town, and our neighbors put up with it for a while. They finally got sick of it, but we were doing it every weekend, and we had this house to ourselves, me and a couple other buddies, and the carpet was ripped out of it, so it was all like wood floor that you could dance on, spill beer on. We had a pool table upstairs that everybody would play, so it was pretty inviting as far as a party pad. And of course, right in the front there, next to the fireplace, we had the big speakers and this stereo setup with a mic.
Hell yeah.
And that's where I would bust my flows. And we even attempted to try and make some low budget CDs back then with kind of ripped off beats or sorry ass beats. People that had made on like Music Generator from their PlayStations and shit. It was bad. It was bad.
Hey man,
But
you do with what you got.
Right. We pushed it off though, like, you got to hear this shit, and people were digging it. And we kind of got a name for ourselves, I remember. So we called ourselves the Seatown Crew back then, because we were from this small town called Kashmir. Although I was always claimed I was from Seattle because that's where I was born originally. But the town we lived in was called Kashmir.
Follow
So it worked.
Snowman via Twitter. Snowman. Hey, look, he called you Snowman. Bringing
Yeah.
it back. Bringing it back.
Well, the name changed over that time because a buddy of mine, I remember one night, was spelling my name out. He's all SNO to the DUB, yo, and I'm like, what DUB? What does that mean? He's all, like Snow Dub, Snow W, SNOW. It was like SNOW, SNO Dub, Snow Dub. I like it. And I stayed with that ever since.
So that's where Snow Dub comes from.
Yeah, it was SNOW. A buddy of mine was rapping the word out, but he started calling me Snow to the Dub, and it just stuck. That was one of the guys from the original crew, yeah. And a couple of them guys fell off, and I moved to Arizona after one of my best friends got shot in the face over a bad drug deal. And I found out we were being watched because I was doing a little dibbling dabbling myself, and side hustles, you know how it is. And this is back,
I know how that goes, bro.
and it was mainly weed, kids, so don't freak out. This is back when it was illegal. But it's legal there now, so it didn't matter. Anyway, but after my buddy got shot over a drug, deal gone bad, like it kind of, opened my eyes to some shit. And I was like, I got to get out of this scene. I'm going down a path I don't want to go down. So I left the state and I moved to Arizona and put the music on the back shelf for a while. Like, didn't really do much after that. The crew had split up. Obviously, I'd left the crew. I tried to get a couple of them to move down with me. They'd come for a couple of months, wouldn't like it, move back, type of shit. And after a while, I started making new friends, as time progressed.
Right.
So fast forward 7, 8 years later, I'm like 29. I'm almost to the end here for you.
It's all good. We're here for it. Real quick though, Disney Sheepherder, howdy and hail support for
Hey,
both
Disney.
guys. Much love, Disney. Much love. I'm glad you're here. All right, continue.
Anyway, so we're fast forward 10 years later. I'm like 20, 28, 29. Got a whole new friends that I met through painting because I still worked as a painter.
Right.
And one of them was really into raves. He would do these raves, and he'd set up these events out in the middle of the desert. It was dope. I started going to them, checking them out. Wasn't really my sound. He liked what they called drum and bass and stuff like that. Wasn't really my sound, but whatever. But he had all these DJ friends that would come, and they'd all do their own, certain sets, and switch out.
Right.
Cops would come and bust them all the time. It was crazy. I think one night I was celebrating a birthday. I want to say it was we're getting into my 30s now almost. So
Yeah,
got
isn't that
30,
crazy to think
30, 31. I think I was. It was maybe my 31st birthday. We had a birthday party, and that buddy of mine that was the DJ comes over and he's like, bro, me and this other guy got this studio and we're making music together, and we rented out this whole place, got all set up, got a booth built. It was kind of low budget, but still worked. And, had the 24 tracks and all that shit, computers, and he's like, for your birthday, man, I'm going to produce a song for you, man, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I was like, right on. So we went down. I started getting introduced to more people. They brought in this guy, Chuck Keys, that showed up as the guy that was going to come in and help with the piano. One of the DJs knew him. And then Chuck Keys called a guy he worked with by the name of Dave, and he ended up being Wildberry Dave, who had the guitar. And I had my buddy sing the hook, my buddy Scott. And it was just like this massive amount of friends coming together, and we made this song called Get Loose Tonight. And so you can go to my Snowed Up Music playlist. It's on there. That was my first official song. And there you go. That's how I ended up in the studio. Yeah.
Nice, man. So now your experience, like through the studio and everything, you're sitting there, you're recording with Chuck Keys and the homies. What comes after that, man? What's next in the story?
Things changed a bit. I kind of veered off with Chuck Keys, and the rest of a major event happened. My buddy Scott died, and that really,
Sorry to hear about that, man.
Yeah, I have that song with him. He sings the hook on Get Loose Tonight, so that's kind of like I always have a piece of him now, which is kind of cool. But he literally died like right after we made that song from alcohol, basically alcohol poisoning.
Jeez.
And yeah, it was fucked up, man. I was the one who found him, so it hit me pretty hard.
Yeah.
And anyway, so we think that kind of disrupted things for a little bit, and as time progressed, the two DJs, they made my song. There it was. I didn't really have big plans to make anything else. Well, the two DJs, they got in a big fight. They broke up. They ended up not renting the place out anymore, so that got shut down. And but I always stayed in touch, because it wasn't really my drama. And I was staying in touch with Chuck Keys. Well, Chuck Keys ended up getting hired at a place called Salt Mine Studios up in Phoenix. Right. And at the time, I come to find out, and this is like a year later after we made the song, right? And at the time, I've come to find out that he's up there producing for freaking DMX.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and he's actually on one of his albums. Like, if you go to his album, I'd have to look it up for you. If you go to one of his albums, he's a credited producer, right?
Yeah.
He hits me up. He's like, bro, man, got my own studio, got my own hookup, and I'm doing my own thing now. Come do some music, man. And I'm like, sweet. Yeah. I was like, let's do it. I was like, how much, and he's like, oh, friend prices, right? So, I'm getting rock bottom prices, basically enough so he can eat and pay his bills type of thing. He's not ripping me off at all. Right. And so I was dropping like $500 a song back then. So it was a pretty good price. And he had me come up, and I said, I got just the song I want to do, and it's called Rent Stew. So we did Rent Stew in the Salt Mine Studio, and I had DMX in the next room over, literally working on his album.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
that was like a high stress song for me because Chuck kept saying, "Bro, be on point because if DMX shows up, you know he might want to pop in and listen to you for a minute." I'm just like, having one of those,
Just don't tell me that shit, bro. Just let me
Right?
do me, bro. Just let me do me, damn it.
So when I listen to Red Stew, I could tell there's a little bit of an extra edge to my voice in there where I'm like even a little more high pitched than usual because I'm just like amping it up, trying to make sure that I don't fuck up and do something stupid with DMX sitting there watching me. Because
Right.
that boy was hard. Like he was real. Like he was not a guy that,
Right.
was a studio gangster. He was actually like fuck you up type shit. I'll give you an example. One day Chuck was working on a piano riff for him and he got pissed off because Chuck would come in wearing flip flops, instead of shoes. And DMX had a foot thing. He didn't like looking at feet. Okay. And he kept bitching at Chuck. And he's like, would you go get some fucking shoes? He's like, I can't, man. All I got is flip flops, And finally he got sick of it, right? He walks up, grabs one of the flip flops right off his foot, goes over, and he was like at the end of the session, so he was leaving anyway. But he grabs the flip flop and he stabs it to the wall with his fucking knife or something that was laying around in the studio. Yeah. There are lots of shit in the studio, okay? So he stabs it to the wall. I can't remember if it was a knife or a fucking some with a sharp point, and then autographed it for him and walked out. Jesus. So yeah, that was one of those things that you never would have known unless you were in the studio at the time when that was going down. So
that's fucking wild, man. That's cool. But that's cool. So you were like working on shit right next to DMX. That's pretty dope, man.
Yep. Rest in peace, DMX.
Yeah. Straight up, man. Damn, dude.
He lived here in Phoenix.
Okay, so now coming up to, let's talk about the hit, because I feel like people need to know about the hit.
Sure. Okay. So after that, we did another song, "Don't Fight the Funk," which timeless classic, love it. That was where we really got into our real funk roots. I did another track called "Doing the Jiggle" with the other DJ that I was still friends with. So there was one song produced by him, and that was the one I brought Cole back from the original C-Town crew, right? And because he was like the only one that didn't fuck up his life completely out of that original crew. So he comes in, he puts a couple verses in for me. He did one on that. He did one on the extended version of "Don't Fight the Funk." But then one year, I was starting to do some concerts around town, trying to get a name for myself. It wasn't going well. And I was at home one day, and the next football season was starting. And I was still, really into football back then. This is before they were taking knees and stupid shit like that.
Gotcha, yeah.
But my team that I grew up with, Seattle, was having a pretty stellar season with this new rookie quarterback, right? Russell Wilson. And we had this badass running back by the name of Marshawn Lynch that was really making some waves. And we also started having this defense that was starting to get a name for itself that year called the Legion of Boom. And it was a bunch of different guys. And so, funny enough, I think it was my aunt that brought it up. We were talking, me and my cousin, over the phone, I think, or something like that, about the Seahawks. And she was in the background. And she's like, if you love the Seahawks so much, why don't you just make a song about it? And I was like, yeah, okay, why not? Maybe I should make like a non-cussing song, something that just, I could have fun with and show to families and stuff, right?
Non-cussing song, I love that.
Sure. And I was like, this probably won't go anywhere. It'll probably be just between me and my fellow buddies that are, family basically, and friends up in Seattle that I went to school with. But I was like, it's not going to go far. It'll go around on my Facebook group, basically, all my 100+ Facebook friends. That's where I figured as far as it'd go. So, we got together and made this Seahawks jam. I came up to Chuck Keys. I'm like, next song's going to be a Seahawks song. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, but we got to make it kind of grungy, man. It's got to have a Seattle feel to it. So we're going to have to kind of push a little bit of rock into this, not so much funk. And, so it was more of a rock rap, right? And, inspiration as it being a Ninja Turtles fan. the inspiration for Go Hawks, and you're gonna laugh, came from Vanilla Ice's Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. Now that
We're
I've
going to
told you,
talk about that, but real quick, Zombie Girl says, I've seen Snow Dub and Mark Rubelay's chat before. That's true.
I love Mark.
You
Yes,
probably have. Yeah, you probably have.
we use his music for the intros to Puff and stuff.
Yes, we do. Fantastic. All right. So, inspiration.
Yeah, no. So Go Hawks happened. We made the song. It was fun. I got Wildberry Dave in there to get his guitar on. You could really feel his presence in that song. We made a couple different versions of it. I put it up on YouTube. I think that was like one of my first posts ever on YouTube. So we're talking, this is 2013 going into 14, right?
Yeah.
And put it out on Facebook. I started getting a few of my friends hitting me back up like, dude, that song's dope. And I'm like, right on, man. Glad you like it. Well, anyway, I went to sleep one night and I wake up, check Facebook, just like, what's up? We're right at the end of the season at this point and just about to hit postseason. And all of a sudden I find out from a friend of mine on Facebook, he's like, bro, they're playing your song on the radio. I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, no, bro. I started looking around on Facebook, like, what the fuck is he, and I found the radio station, and it was a local radio station in Wenatchee. Okay, so this radio station covers eastern Washington. So if you look at Washington State, you got the Cascade Mountain Range that runs straight through the middle of it. Okay. On the left side of the state is Seattle and all those cities. On the right side of the Cascade Mountains is eastern Washington. There's a bunch of towns, cities that go all the way over. The biggest one that everybody knows about is Spokane.
Yeah.
Well, my song was covering eastern Washington, part of Idaho, and part of northern Oregon right there. So that would be the circle of signal that it was hitting.
Okay.
And sure shit, man, it was on that radio station, and they loved it. They played it every freaking game day.
Nice. So it just turned into a thing.
Yeah. So it didn't really super pop until the following season, because literally as that song broke out, we went into the NFC Championship, beat the 49ers, went on to win the Super Bowl against the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning, and kicked their ass too. And at that time, everything kind of died off, and everybody was just super excited about the fact that we'd won a Super Bowl. Finally, we'd never won one. So it was my song kind of sat still a little bit because the radio wasn't playing anymore. Season was over, right? Well, as that next season started ramping up, people started getting more wind of it, and next thing I know, it went kind of viral, like on Facebook, and it was like over 100,000 views at one point, like kind of just like, whoa,
Right.
Then the YouTube link actually started going kind of crazy at that point. And stupid me, I ended up deleting that link, but that link had up to like 25,000 views, I think, when I deleted it. This is before I was trying to be, a YouTuber.
Right.
I just wanted to link up there, and it was just the song at the time. Anyway, so I started getting invited up to Seattle that following season, the season we lost to the freaking Patriots in the Super Bowl. That season, I started getting invited up to all these games, these rallies.
Nice.
A bunch of Seahawks fans would come together. Sometimes, players that used to play will show up, like old school players that still live in the area. Like I got to meet Dave Craig, Norm Johnson, who was, our old quarterback, our old kicker from the 80s and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bumping elbows.
Dude,
Joe
awesome.
Joe DeFoya was another guy that was around. A lot of them stayed there and live in that area. Anyway, and then I would meet their parents of the actual players. So I got to hang out with Richard Sherman's parents a lot, and I hung out with Marshawn Lynch's mom a lot. We called her Mama Lynch. Well, anyway, in the course of that season, we decided, I think it was, so I was doing charity runs. We were doing a bunch of shows, and it was all for charity, so I wasn't making money. My aunt was flipping the bill. She was a nurse, made pretty good money, so she had a credit card.
This stuff.
Kind of. She had a credit card where she, got miles and stuff for flying me, and so it worked out to her benefit. But yeah, she just kept flying me back up because they kept wanting me to go do more of these rallies and stuff. And every one of them was fundraisers usually, for like children's hospitals and stuff. So I didn't mind doing it.
Right.
But never really got paid. I got perks. The perks would being I started being known as kind of one of the elite 12-man fans, the Seahawk
Right.
fans. And then I started bumping elbows, like I said, with all the players' moms. And the NFC Championship was kind of a big moment for me. That following year, we were playing against the Green Bay Packers. This is before we went to the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Okay.
And I'm hanging out with Richard Sherman's mom on the side, not on the sidelines, but just up in the stands. And we're watching the game. We thought it was over. It was one of the greatest comebacks in NFL playoff history, right?
Okay.
We thought it was over. We thought we were done. And fourth quarter, all of a sudden, we started coming back. Crowd gets back into it, gets nuts. We ended up winning the game, within the last minute or something.
Nice.
It was insane.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, it was insane. People were hugging and, just strangers hugging, high-fiving. The sound, the noise was, incredible. Next thing I know, as they're setting up to give the trophy, right, the NFC Championship trophy to the team, I'm running downstairs with Richard Sherman's mom to go out on the freaking field.
Hell yeah, that's what's
as
up,
like a family member or something, right?
That's what's up, man.
Bro, it's one of those moments. So I'm out on the field tripping because the whole stadium's still packed. People are screaming, and to be down on that field and to hear the crowd around you as the players do.
It's got to be intimidating, man.
Wow, it was one of those surreal moments. And I got some footage of it. There's an actual video I uploaded where you can see a little bit of it. And it's basically right on the outskirts of the main stand where they're giving them the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
I got to meet Paul. I got to meet Paul, the owner of the Seahawks, and Paul Allen, and got him to autograph this football right here.
Oh, nice.
With a bunch of other guys. He ended up dying
oh, damn.
recently, but that football went, up, went way up in value when he died. But I mean, I got to meet a bunch of players, had them sign it, sign the football. Just high fives all around. We're handing them, copies of my CD, or I had a single that I was handing out of just the song "Go Hawks." I was handing them out to whoever I could. So I was giving it to players at this point.
Right.
And they knew about it. It was starting to get played around the stadium, outside where everybody would tailgate. You were hearing it playing all over the place, right? And everybody's like, man, eventually they're going to play your song inside the stadium, it's going to be the song. I always hope for that. Never happened. Anyway,
I remember that game. I'm doing the Furosha why Packers, why? Damn it.
Oh, so you remember? Oh, you might be a Packers fan then, huh?
Yeah. I think he's up that way. Yeah.
If he remembers that, he's probably a Packers fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, but it was great for us.
We love you.
It was great for us. Yeah.
Well,
so yeah, that's
cool, man. So when does that start to die down?
That following when we lost that Super Bowl to Tom Brady and that bunch, right at the end of the game with an interception. That was everything changed after that. The whole mood, everything was just kind of
Gotcha.
But the song lived on, so to speak. And that following year, everybody was trying to get kind of heated up about, we're going to get our revenge, basically. We're going to come back. And that's where I came up with the idea of called Seavenge. That was the name of the album. And I was like, all right, we're going to get our Seavenge. We're going to come back. We're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Get it back, right? And so during that season, as I was still being invited up, so this is my second year in a row going up doing shows. I was still getting invited up for rallies and fundraisers. And I decided to put together a music video, and a real one. So I got a guy, had a decent camera and stuff, and started talking, putting the word out. Basically, we had a hell of a turnout for the nighttime scene that we set up, where everybody was decked out in lights and shit, and we had a bunch of cool Seahawk vehicles in the background. Although you can't see it in the video because they had their headlights on, so the shot was bad. But Mama Lynch showed up for the music video,
Oh yeah.
so you could see her like right behind the bike when you watch the music video. And then I did something stupid and deleted the original link of Go Hawks that was already at like 40,000 views or something on YouTube. And I was like, oh, I don't need that anymore, and put the new one up. So that's the one that's up now. And that
Not
one's at
even
like,
thinking that like being an artist, putting how they put audio tracks and music videos up on their channel.
right. I fucked up. Yeah, I should have left it.
Shame on you.
So, but hey, it is what it is. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
now the one that is up, that's been up the longest, has 17,000 views. That's the actual music video. And so, yeah, it did all right. And then, of course, we lost again that year. We didn't go nowhere. We didn't go no Super Bowl. We didn't get no revenge, so to speak. And then we're getting into 2016 and stuff, right? Well, then rumors got around. I made a Facebook post. Something happened where I said, I think I'm voting Donald Trump. And oh boy, like the pushback, because Seattle is hardcore lefty land, and whoo, yeah, it really hit me hard. Like a lot of people kind of abandoned me as far as support, and just I wasn't looked at the same anymore after I announced that I was going that route, and yeah, so kind of died off after that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's how it works, and like a lot of those people probably look at it a lot differently now too. So,
I still got my diehards, that love me and are still on my Facebook and stuff. They're still asking, when are you gonna make another one? And
okay, well, I think that's a great segue into talking about what is next for Snow Dub. What is coming for Snow Dub? I know you've been dwelling on this a lot lately, and I think the people here want to know what's next.
So next on the list, and like after Go Hawks kind of fizzled out, we made a couple more songs like Tuck and Roll. Great song. Everybody loves that on the channel. If you know my channel, you know that song.
Love that.
I use it on a lot of stuff. We made Watch My Strut, which I still think is my most greatest produced song. It sounds the best out of all my music. That was awesome because I made a new friend, a guy named Tank, who is black. So yes, he does say the N-word once on that song. I've had people
canceled.
I've had people yell at me for that before. Like, oh, here's another white guy dropping the N-bomb. I'm like, bro, that wasn't my verse. Like, just anyway, dumb stuff.
Doesn't matter anyway. Fuck those people.
And the singer's Asian, so it's just like, really, you're gonna call me
those people
with dumb shit, right?
Fucking
So yeah, Watch My Strut, fantastic song. And then we made Fuck 'Em, I'm a Rap, and that was technically my last track, and just kind of fell off. Chuck ended up moving to Colorado. He got a big contract deal with these violin guys, so he was going like a total different genre of music, and but it was good money for him. He had to move to Colorado, so it was like, well, my producer's gone, now what? It was just kind of like everything got put on pause. And of course, I was getting so much blast back about politics. Then The Last Jedi happened, so and that kind of set me off on the whole YouTube channel route, and where I ended up ultimately meeting you and a lot of the people that are watching me now. So yeah, that was courtesy of Last Jedi, and I never totally got away from rap because I still bring it once in a while with Jolly, and I did a little rebellion, jingle for Jay and stuff, and Drunk 3PO, and I've done a couple diss raps, and they're up there. You can listen to them. I did a parody song of an Eazy-E song that I love when I was fighting with Testifying K-Log, and so so I've done some fun stuff with rap still. But no, Chuck Keys moved back to Arizona, where he's back in town. Basically, that went through. He's done with that now. He's back home, so to speak. And got a hold of me the other day. It's a couple weeks ago now, and he's actually supposed to call me a little later today, and we're gonna set up a day this week. And what's next is we got 2 tracks lined up that I've already dropped a bunch of money on. And one's going to be a funk track with Tank, because me and Tank feel like we needed to do at least one more song together.
Hell yeah.
And we're going to do a revamped, revised, new season Seahawks track. And the new
Nice.
Seahawks track is not so much for the team, but more for me this time. And it's going to be a little bit of a vengeance on my own. Like, it's going to be one of those things where it's like, I'm going to make a sick Seahawks song, get it back on that fucking radio again, and throw it in these assholes' face that abandoned me for my politics, and be like, yeah, fuck you. You're still hearing my track. My song's still here, and I'm still the best that ever did it in Seattle as far as Seahawk anthems go. So that's my little, moment there where I want to put a stamp on it, because I'm looked at right now as one of the best that ever put a Seahawks anthem out. Because there's other guys that have done it. Don't get me. You can look them up. Like, there's some that's got more views on YouTube than me. All my views were on Facebook. And I was even doing rallies with some of these guys, and they had a couple of decent anthems. They were bad. Totally different style than mine. But most people that I've talked to, anyway, of course, being my fans, but a lot of my fans and people always said that mine was the best, and I agree with them, because I've heard the other ones, and I'm like, even if this wasn't my song and I heard all three of these outside of it, I know I would pick mine because it's just better. It's got that harder edge. And so yeah, man, I'm gonna make another one and kick them in the teeth one more time and put the stamp on it that I'm the king of Seattle. Even though I don't live there no more, that's still where I'm from, and I'm letting them know that I'm the best one that ever did a Seahawks anthem. So they can hate me or not, but they can realize, that Trump supporter guy still made the best fucking Seahawks anthem we've ever had.
That's what's up, and it seems like the chat agrees. Seems like the chat agrees with you. Well, hell yeah, man. Well, I know I'm looking forward to these 2 tracks that you're working on, man. And I know that you and I have talked about doing some music together and stuff. I'm still, getting back into writing and figuring out a way I can create music without buying all the instruments, and it's a lot of money to invest in. So I'm trying to find a way to do it without having to spend a whole lot of money up front. But it's turned out pretty good, and I need a producer now. So
you got something, man, and hopefully things go well over these next couple of tracks. I'll be flying your ass down for a verse or two.
That would be great. Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. But all right, so let's move into this before we end the stream. I want to do a reaction here. This is the last track that you said you've put out. Fuck mumble rap. And let me get this shared out, and I want to react to this because not only is it your latest one, I feel like this is a very encompassing, like, your style. It's you. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Yeah, and it's also got some fun artwork that I do in it too, with rattle cans. So you get to see a sped up of me doing a painting that I also do. So Mexican Iron Man ended up with that painting. But yeah, it's a fun visual while you're listening to the song.
Hell yeah, man. All right, turn on just a little bit. All right. On that note, we're gonna react.
Myself.
Yeah.
You want me to? Are you gonna pause and stuff, or we're just gonna listen to it?
What's up to you, man? How do you want?
I don't know. It's your show, man. You do this how you do it. Yeah, I don't care.
All right, we'll probably pause and react to it along the way. So
okay.
But just making sure everyone's here. Appreciate everybody. You guys ready? We are gonna react to Snow Dub's freaking fuck mumble rap, guys. I'm stoked about this. Let's fucking go.
Check. Mic check. 1, 2.
Hell yeah.
Fucking mumble rap. Chuck Keys.
Fuck mumble rap emojis in the lack. Don't be fucking with that. Get the dick out your mouth with the backhand slap. As a matter of fact, you can treat that.
Get the dick out your mouth with the backhand slap. Oh, damn, Snow. Don't forget you're muted. You don't have to mute, man. You don't have to mute.
Sorry. No, I was just I'm very angry on this song. I'm pissed off because mumble rap was becoming mainstream, and I didn't like it, and I was also mad about Last Jedi had just happened, and so there's actually a line in this song, guys, there where I say I'll kill you in this rap like Disney killed Star Wars, and that is
well. Hold on, we're getting to it.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Don't get ahead of
yourself. See, that's why I don't know how we're doing this. Go ahead.
That's why, yeah, man. I'm in charge here, Snow.
All right.
I do love that line.
Shut up.
I do love that line.
Get the dick out your mouth with the backhand slap. As a matter of fact, you can tweet that with the hashtag fuck em all rap. Dice Cold is back and finna funk of the tracks. So kick back in the whip with the beats to drip before the script on your bitch and drop some pimp shit. Fuck fuck, I'm all rap. Shit is whack. Whether hear a fat bitch, yeah. I'm a body these punks. Fed bots in trouble too. Got
I can tell you were angry, man. You're throwing shots at fat girls and all kinds of shit here.
I even throw a mean line at, I say, transgender in there too. That's right at the very beginning of the rap here, but
That's
yeah,
true.
like,
Well, that's right at the beginning when all this shit started getting off the fucking rails, man, in
Yep.
society. So,
yep.
and again, like it's a very different style than what a lot of people are doing nowadays, and I think that's going against the grain is a good thing, man. It's art, so let's keep going.
a shotty in the trunk for the SJW. Fuck, I'm all rap. Your tracks are flat. Need to pick up the slack. Out rap you on my worst day. No wordplay. Thursday. Shit don't even pop on your birthday. I bet you
Shit don't even pop, dude. These bars are great, man. Like these are great bars.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I spent a lot of time writing these lyrics because I really wanted to get my point across.
Ah, dude, we're only 37 seconds into it.
That was just the chorus. We haven't even
Yeah,
got to the
I know.
rap yet. Yeah.
Let's go.
Rap you on my worst day. No wordplay. Thursday. Shit don't even pop on your birthday. I bet you was the fat kid in school. Type of bitch tits. Kept your shirt up in the pool. You ain't cool on the
Type of bitch tits. Yeah.
I heard you were the fat kid in school. Type with bitch tits. Keep your shirt up on the, or keep your shirt on up in the pool.
You ain't
Yeah.
lying, dude. You making people laugh, bro.
I bet you was the fat kid in school. Type of bitch tits. Kept your shirt up in the pool. You ain't cool under pressure. Just another tram to the dick obsessor. Uncle Fessor. Look at chess. I'm a lesser. I'm a professor with the game, bitch. PhD. That's why they know the name, bitch. D-U-B. Put your strap on your little cookie cutter cardboard. And I'll kill you in this rap like does it kill Star Wars.
There it is. There it is, man. Like Disney killed Star Wars. Damn, man.
And I'll
See
kill
what
you in this
you're
rap
saying.
like, does he kill Star Wars? Yeah. And this next couple lines right after that is, I love this little it's just the way I say it is great. And yeah, I got clever on this one. There's some clever stuff in there.
Snowdub bleeding pain drop on the track, or that's what I'm talking about. You see what these people are saying in the chat? Snowboard records. I actually kinda like that. I like that.
That is kind of cool. Yeah.
It's clever, man.
Yes.
That's clever. Maybe.
It's up to the fans, really. I mean, if it gets traction and some, what we need is like some TikTok person to fucking find the music, blow it up that way. That's like
There
the
we
new
go.
thing now. Yeah.
This motherfucker, salty traveling.
That's
Here
how
we go.
cringy humans are made, when the devil and God get together and do drugs.
Love you, salty. It's good to see you, brother. Good to see you in the chat. Sorry, I had to hit you with the clip, man.
He's driving.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. All right, let's get back into this reaction. Let's go.
with the butterscotch twist. Back
Oh, I like
And I'll
that.
kill you in this rap like does it kill Star Wars. That hit to the lip with the butterscotch twist. Backflip from the hip 30-06. Cause it got erase all the bad taste of the fucked up lyrics from your tatted up face. You ain't hard. Won't buck my boulevard. Just a cap in the yard with your pink leotard. So much shit your mouth resembles.
Dude, I love it, man. Just talking shit.
You ain't hard. Yeah, I'm literally talking about 6ix9ine right there, where I'm talking about
The
You ain't
tatted
hard.
face and the skills in his mouth.
pink leotard, and yeah, just this, this whole feminized rapper stuff that was happening at the time it's still happening actually, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
progressively getting worse.
Yep. That's why we listen to music like this. Let's go.
Won't buck my boulevard. Just a cap in the yard with your pink leotard. Cock so much shit your mouth resembles a crapper. That's why I'm out here saying fuck 'em, I'm a rapper. Yo, fuck 'em, I'm a rap emojis in the left. Don't be fucking with that. Get the dick out your mouth with the backhand slap. As a matter of fact, you can tweet that with the hashtag. Fuck 'em, I'm a rap. Ice cold is back. It's in the funk of the tracks. So kick back in the whip with the beats, the drip. Before the script on your bitch and drop some pimp shit. Fuck 'em, I'm a rap. Shit is whack. Whether hear a fat bitch, yeah. I'm a body these punks. Fed bots in trouble too. Got a shotty in the trunk for the SJW. Fuck 'em, I'm a rap. Your tracks are flat. Need to pick up the slack. Out rap you on my worst day. No wordplay. Thursday.
Hell
Shit
yeah,
don't
dude, I
even
love
pop
this.
on your birthday. All these bitches got fake cakes. Betty Crocker, a little pump in your mouth. Fetty Wappa, trash talker. I'm a 10th degree black.
Little pump in your mouth, Fetty Wappa.
Out rap you on my worst day. No wordplay.
That's what I caught.
Thursday, shit don't even pop on your birthday. All these bitches got fake cakes. Betty Crocker, a little pump in your mouth. Fetty Wappa, trash talker. I'm a 10th degree black belt. Shit, grasshopper. Muscle with choppers. I got the lobster on the rust. I got your weak ass tracks trying to ruin morale. Need to take your ass back to Golden Corral. Poetry.
Take your ass back to Golden Corral.
Dude, this shit is fire,
I
bro.
got your weak ass tracks trying to ruin morale. Need to take your ass back to Golden Corral. poetry. So it's pop was great. Mumble rap is a disease, inoculate. 3
shit.
SDR, lock the gate. Release the Doberman, try to watch you escape. Laughing while you cock torn, clowning this bitch. And then we make some popcorn, pass around and shit. 10 years from now, mumble rappers be dead.
I love that line.
They're dead from the lean. What's that? What?
Oh no, the release the Dobermans, try to watch you escape, and then I go laughing with your cock torn, clowning and shit. Then I make some popcorn and pass it around and shit. That's it.
I'll write you a song, Snow Double Orsword. It's called Virtue Signal with a bit of gaslighting.
Sweet,
Let's
sweet.
do it. Yeah, you write it. We got you. All the ladies love when you pump in their mouth. Ruben, what's going on? It's good to see you, buddy. Good to hopefully you're
Ruben.
doing well, man. How does Golden Corral compare to Applebee's? Asking for a friend. They both suck.
Yeah,
but,
you're both pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Applebee's was good when it first came out, but not so much now.
Nah, they're on some like fuck you ain't getting shit for portions, and we're gonna charge you up the ass for garbage like food that's frozen.
Yep.
So, but it is what it is. All right, let's fucking keep going.
That's around and shit. 10 years from now, mumble rappers be dead. I'm the lean of the pills, top parts of the head. Dumb motherfucker, watch your life crumble in your life. Give a rat's ass a react, say fuck a mumble rap. Yo, fuck a mumble rap. No G's in the lack, don't be fucking with that. Get the dick out your mouth.
There's a good bass line right
Matter
here.
of fact, you can tweet that with the hashtag. Fuck a mumble rap. Ice cold is back. It's in the funk of the tracks. Kick back in the whip with the beats to drip. Before the script on your bitch and drops the good shit. Fuck 'em all rap. Shit is whack with a hair fat bitch, yeah. I'm a body these punks, spin bots in trouble too. Got a shotty in the trunk for the SCW. Fuck 'em all rap. Your tracks are flat, need to pick up the slack. Out rap you on my worst day. No wordplay Thursday. Shit don't even pop on your birthday. Two mumble rappers trying to do a duet. Sound like two old sheep trying to have sex. I'm listening to rap and lost the funk.
God damn. Two sheep trying to have sex.
Sounds like two old sheep trying to have
Old
sex.
sheep?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
Two old sheep trying to have sex. Yeah.
They tried to flag that comment with it.
Oh, YouTube.
They tried to flag whose comment? I haven't been inside either one of those places in like 10 years. So no, you're good. You don't go to any of
Yeah.
them. They're both disgusting. They're both
Yeah.
equally fucking gross. Don't go.
Yeah. Just cook
Terrible.
at home. Cook at home.
Exactly. All right,
Save
let's do it.
Duet. Sound like two old sheep trying to have sex. I've been listening to rap and lost the funk. Since the hip hop has filled too many punks. So I stuck it like a walker with the rip rhyme strip. Bloody X in my grip, chop out the bullshit. So sick of the dogmatic one and the pissing. Time to give the fans what they've been missing. Chop up Ghost Riders, lyrical precisions, right? Girls getting spitting from the shit that I've been.
I like to slow it down a little bit there. You can have a little bit more substance throughout it. I like that. A break down there, kind of like a bridge sort of situation. I like that.
Yeah, we try to do that in almost every song where we hit you with a little bit of a different beat for a minute. That's actually kind of normal for me. Like I do it on Tuck and Roll. I do it on Don't Fight the Funk. Yeah, that third verse, Chuck Keys likes to, give the beat a little bit of a switch. Yeah, it's cool.
And, yeah, nothing wrong
A
with that.
bridge, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Your discussion is concussion. Don't make me laugh. But the false took a repercussion aftermath. The audacity of the creep's atrocity. Has to be your hair's an animosity. Ice cold still on the mic. Tight flows that you're like, why the fuck don't you be on my show tonight? Fuck 'em all rap. Fuck 'em all rap. No G's in the lack. Don't be fucking with that. Get the dick out your mouth with the backhand slap. Matter of fact, you can tweet
Still
that
love
with
it.
the hashtag. Yeah. Fuck 'em all rap. Ice cold is back. Within the funk of the tracks. Kick back in the whip with the beats to drip. Before the script on your bitch and drop some pimp shit. Fuck 'em all rap.
Oh, yeah, dude,
Shit
that
is
show is
whack with a hair
badass,
fat
bro.
bitch, yeah. I'm a body these punks.
Yeah, it turned out good.
I got an original snow painting, by the way, everybody.
Your tracks are flat. Need to pick up the slack.
Yeah, Mexican Iron Man has this one.
No wordplay Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Shit don't even pop on your birthday. Throwing condoms and shit, skittle teeth. You ain't
Nice.
nothing but a bitch.
That's sick, bro.
Got more cars than you got bars. Like a charm.
Lucky Charms.
Old man face tats look like scars. Yup. Fake cats won't be around for that. Sugar tits. Hey, yo.
Sugar Tits.
What's the 12 mean?
That's Seahawks. That's 12th man. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah,
Yep.
dude. No, the artwork's great. That's awesome, man. That's super cool. All right, let's round this bitch out.
Shit won't last.
I like the
Hashtag fuck 'em
guitar,
on the
man. The
rap,
funk guitar
bitch.
is great.
Right, like a motherfucker. Your tracks and these slaps the facts we offer. Pull out the gum stop and
That's
learn
so
how to
cool.
speak proper. Just a pill popping pusher. Nothing but a hip hop butcher.
It's no ain't fucking with you.
That's my engineer doing this. He's trying to be a mumble rapper.
You can go
and eat some glue.
Hell yeah, dude.
Making funk great again.
Hell yeah.
Now I put some like meaningful quotes.
Gotta have meaningful quotes, man.
We the people tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. Ronald Reagan.
Amen. America, baby.
If freedom of speech is taken away, the dumb and silent will may be led like sheep to the slaughter. George Washington.
There we go, man. Well, goddamn, everybody. There it is, man. That's the fucking reaction, y'all. That's the fucking reaction. There it is. What do you guys think? Fuck a mumble rap. What do you guys think?
I appreciate you liking that song, Ords, because it's not my most popular song by means, but I appreciate you liking it because you actually listen to the lyrics, and it's a very lyrical song. So kudos, man. Yeah.
It's a fun song, and I feel like it's one of those things that if you don't sit back and listen to it, then you just think it's like a funky rap song. There's substance there. You got to listen to what's being said, and that's important, man, because there's like with rap, it's like country music. With rap, you got to have a story. There's a story there. You're telling a story, whether it's like these are my emotions and how I got to that point, or this is just a story about a guy, girl, and a situation, man. Life
For
experience.
sure.
Something I've learned about rap is you're equating life experiences with pop culture.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
And you know, when I've made funk, my music, I've always thought, is this something that I would want to listen to? And if it is, and if I'm like, and I listen to my own music all the time. I love my own music. It's fun, to hear myself go off and
it's awesome, man.
Yeah. So if you're not enjoying your own music, what the fuck are you doing it for? And it's just nice that other people can enjoy it with you.
No, absolutely, man. Zombie Girl says, love the art. Yeah, that is super cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Or it's
nice.
got a painting somewhere in his house.
It's you can't see it right above the air conditioner. You can't. Maybe anyway, it's there. I've got.
You ain't gotta fuck with your camera. Just it's all good.
But it's there, yeah. So
I believe you.
Songwriting is finding a way to capture an emotion with a story or the story that exactly. Hell yeah! I don't know whose YouTube channel that is, but whoever's that is, go check them out. But man, dude, no, we're gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you coming on and reacting with us, giving us a little insight on that song, man. Guys, fuck 'em mumble rap. You can check that out on the Snow Dub Music and Entertainment. If we can get a mod to drop that link, that would be fantastic. Jolly Pimp channel. You know what? I'm just gonna let Snow tell everybody about it. Thank you so much for sharing your whole career with us with the music thing. I'm looking forward to the tracks that you got coming out. I want exclusive fucking interviews. I want exclusive reactions to this shit. I want it all.
Hell yeah,
boy, and you got me. I know.
You might be exclusively watching, a music video get shot if we put all these strings together and get Darth News involved. So yeah, Ords will be on the front lines for sure. So don't even worry about that.
I'm there for it all, man. I'm there for it all. Snow Dub, let the people know, my dude.
Oh, come to the Snow Dub channel right there. Scroll down. It says Snow Dub Music Playlist and check it out. My favorite song is, everybody loves Tuck and Roll. That's like everybody's favorite on the channel. But my favorite song is Throwback. So if you want to hear another fun lyrical song, kind of like what Ords was digging, definitely check out Throwback. And yeah, man, and if you like crazy puppet shows, crazy puppet antics, I got your fix. So come check out Snow Dub channel. Snow Dub Live channel is my backup channel where all our live shows go. And then I also got a third channel I'm working on called At the Jolly Pimp. And that's a kind of a man channel, and it's going pretty well so far. So, and thanks for having me on, Ords. One of them rare occasions, I'll give you a little bit of a facial appearance and kind of and kind of a behind-the-scenes look. This is the corner of the room that you don't see as much.
Let me bring you back up here. Hold up. There we go.
Yeah. This is where all the Star Wars stuff is, and Ninja Turtles, and I got only vintage stuff though. I don't really buy the new shit, but. Yeah, this is the corner of the room you guys usually don't see. You usually see this corner over here.
Hell yeah, man. Guys, go check them out, man. Snow Dub Music and Entertainment, man. The hottest funk jams in modern era, man. That's all I got to say. Snow, thanks again. Man. Thanks again for hanging out, bro. I'm going to bring you in the back.
Fun.
We're going to address the chat, and then I'll talk to you after the show. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate everybody coming out to hang out with Snow Dub today, man. We got to learn a lot about our boy, and I'm really excited about the future and what he's going to bring to this whole music scene, independent music scene, and I'm here for it. So go check him out, hit the buttons, all that good shit. Y'all know what to do with it, man. Tonight, I got to run somewhere. We're gonna end up going later than I wanted to. Live, but that is what it is. We're gonna be playing Fortnite here in a little bit for a few hours, so make sure you come hang out with us there over on All at Kick. Guys, please do me a favor, follow me on Kick, kick.com/ords. It's that simple. Ords, just kick.com/ords. We are like 11 away from getting where we need to be on Kick, so do all of the things, please. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys are fucking amazing. Let me just say bye to everybody. Punk Wild, thank you for being here. Of course, thank you, Zombie Girl, for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kirk Bane. I appreciate you being here. She says brains. Yeah, yes, brains. I love it. Anyway, guys, we're gonna leave you with a couple of clips. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. I love all of you guys, and remember, party on, stay nuclear, and we'll catch you on the other side. Peace, everybody. Wait, I gotta get a clip for you, and we'll leave you with. All right, love you guys. Peace.
You ever fucked a man? No. Have I ever? I'm asking you. Have you ever fucked a man? I know you're a man. That's why I'm asking you. Have you ever had a gay experience? College? I knew it. I fucking knew it. What was your fraternity?
Sometimes in life, when your haters aren't listening to you, you straight up gotta give them some good-ass reading material.
As soon as this interview's done, I'm taking the shit off. I'm gonna fucking go jack off in the bathroom and go rock 80,000 people.
I would just like to say a few words about nudity.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?